Hello and welcome to another Call of Dragons video. I'm Sergeant J and I'm currently preparing to fight the normal bear. It's day 4 on server 130. This is a part of my walkthrough guide that I'm really proud of. But yeah, you can see it's day 4 officially. It's only about 72 hours into the server though. As the server did start only a few hours before server reset. And I just want to jump on here to actually talk about this battle that we're about to do, because a lot of my alliance members had a lot of questions, and if you're watching this guide, then maybe you've never fought a behemoth before in Call of Dragons. So I thought I would mention the first question people had is how many legions to send. So you're only able to bring one legion. So you could see this number in the top left corner, 33 out of 40. That means that we can bring a total of 40 people in for the alliance for this fight. And currently we only have 33 people in here. So everyone's allowed to send one legion. So you'll want to send your best, most powerful legion. So I've got my Lilia legion in here with Waldir as the deputy. Right now, the alliance leader has just asked everyone, like, hey, who's ready, who's AFK, right? As long as all 33 out of 33 people that are in here click saying they're ready, like Ace Ing hasn't clicked it yet, or Undefined. So it looks like not everyone is ready, only 31 people. So we want everyone ready for the fight before we start. If someone's AFK, it could mess it up, although normal bear actually has no issues. Even if he hits people when he does his charge, it won't really negatively affect the ability to defeat him. However, elite bear, which is the level 2 bear that you can fight 4 hours after defeating any behemoth, he is someone that if someone's AFK, it can mess it up for everybody, because he has certain battle mechanics that buff him if he hits you during his charge, and otherwise he actually gets debuffed. He gets stunned if he does not hit anybody. But as I'll explain at the end of this battle, the differences between the normal bear and elite. I'll explain how to prepare for that elite battle. But just go over the bear skills. It says he's immune to debuff effects. Okay, so people like Velen and Alwyn, I mostly know mages, but people with a lot of debuffs, they're not going to be the best units for this fight. However, the other thing is your peacekeeping units, like Lilia, are also not the best for this fight, because peacekeeping damage does not apply to behemoths. However, this you can see this artifact. This is a peacekeeping artifact, but in the details, and I might as well click on it. Oh no, clicking on it like that won't help. In the details to the artifact that explain it, it says that this rage skill it has, or cooldown skill, it says that it works on behemoths. But most peacekeeping is only for darklings and dark creatures. So this peacekeeping here, and I actually wanted to buff this in preparation, but you can see I don't have enough of these blue cards to get it to 100% 3 stars, and so I'm holding on to them for now. Anyway, so yeah, Lilia, she's a peacekeeper, and so mages aren't the best for behemoths, because Lilia is a peacekeeper, which means she has a disadvantage. And then Velen, he's a control guy. He does a lot of debuffs, so he's also has a bit of a disadvantage. And then of course you don't want to use just an epic hero like Waldir or Atheus, because they're not as strong. So there are actually ways to gear Lilia for behemoth battles. Like, I know this skill Duet works on behemoths, and I think there's another one in here that works for behemoths. I have to review which one, because I currently on my main account don't use Lilia for behemoths. I use Velen because I have him tooled for maximum maximum damage, and he's level 60. So yeah, plus I'd have to spend like another $120 on Lilia. Anyway, it looks like we're about to start. No, we're not. Okay, good. So this red circle around the bear, I'm gonna talk about it before I go back into the skills because it's very important. Basically, just pretend like the bear has its bear cub that it's protecting here in the center, and if anyone gets close to it, approaches the bear, then the bear's gonna attack. And so this is the area that you're supposed to avoid, unless, of course, and until you want the bear to attack. Like, wow, this guy is really... Okay, so now that we've attacked, or he's attacked, everyone has to attack, right? Because the battle has started. There's no takebacks, all right? So you can see, as a ranged unit, all I have to do is attack and then use my artifact. And so this tank guy here, Lexus, he is, he aggroed the bear, but now the bear is attacking Musa Volutin because Lexus went AFK and stopped attacking. And then the only way to stop that, okay, now after the bear does that move he just did, he's gonna charge. So you saw he's charging directly down south to the bottom. I was able to dodge it, and now I want to start attacking again. But a good tank is gonna come to the center here and use his mask. Okay, the bear just died. Normally the battles aren't this easy. Obviously this is the very first behemoth in the game. Doesn't matter what server you're on. Normal bear is always the first behemoth that you're gonna fight. And so he's easy, right? You should be able to kill him within like 1 minute and 15 seconds, 2 minutes max. And so by the time he's doing his charge, he's almost dead, and we didn't have to worry so much about the mechanics. But the elite bear won't be so easy. So, like I said, I wanted to go over the bear's skills. So what I'm gonna do is zoom out, find a different bear that hasn't been defeated that I can click on and read his skills for you as part of this walkthrough. So I know that we have a third bear we wanted to go for right here, and so it looks like obviously nobody's killed him yet. So to go back into his skills, okay, so you can't debuff him. All behemoths are immune to debuffs, by the way, and so that's what I was saying. That's why most people say, oh, well, archers are just better, stronger DPS. And it's because versus behemoths, that's true, definitely. But it's arguable, I would say, in PvP, because physical attackers use physical defense, and most tanks are really strong to physical defense and weak to magical defense. And so, but with behemoths, there's no argument. Archers are the best DPS. But outside of behemoth battles, I would say celestials. Your flying mage units are the best. But anyway, I'm digressing. So back to these attacks. So most of his attacks are melee attacks, right? Claw Strike, he does a 300 damage factor skill to all enemy legions in a forward arc. So if you're within like a 90 degree, or maybe this one's a 120 degree, like region in front of him and close enough to be within this red circle area, then you'll get hit by this. So like I said, if you're ranged unit, like I have mages, then you're gonna want to just stay by the edges, and if the tanks fail to aggro the bear and the bear runs at you, get out of the way. Stay at least, how many inches away is that? I guess it depends on your screen. But stay at least this distance from the bear at all times. And if he does his other, I'm gonna have to find the other skill. There's one skill that has a slightly larger AoE distance. Let's see, so paw stomp, stomps on the ground with its paws, dealing physical damage to all surrounding enemy legions. Okay, so this one is a stronger, right, damage factor 500, and it's to everyone around him. This might be the one that has a slightly larger AoE than this circle that we see right here, right now. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it is because it's the higher skill damage one. And then Earthbreaker, so he'll charge up in the middle, smash the ground. It knocks everybody back and down onto the ground like you just saw in the battle. And it does physical skill damage. So if you have high physical defense, then that's going to be better versus the bear. And then Mad Dash, this is that dash. So like I said, you want to get out of the way. It's as simple as that. He first will indicate which direction he's going to go, and then after just like 2 or 3 seconds, he'll start his dash, and the bear's really fast. So you want to start running out of the way before he starts his dash, otherwise you'll probably get caught. And then Dumbstruck here, this actually rarely happens. If everybody dodges out of the way, he gets stunned. And he can't do anything. And he gets debuffed. His defense goes down by 20%. And so it's very important to teach your alliance and for everyone to upgrade their speed on their main hero such that everyone can avoid not just one of these mad dashes, but 2 and even 3 in a row. Okay, so Frenzy. So after, if he hits anyone while charging, which is almost always the case, he gets a buff, right? He'll start attacking. He'll cast this skill Rend over and over. So what's Rend? Well, he tears at you with his teeth, dealing physical damage to all legions in a forward arc, and this has a damage factor of 900. So I guess he doesn't get a buff, but this skill is highly buffed. So it's in a forward arc at least. So if you're behind him, then you can dodge this. It says, and then he immediately bites all legions in that same range. Oh, okay. So you can't stay behind him because the second bite is to everyone around him. There's no arc that time. And so it says if you're in range of both of these bites, then you'll get hit by both attacks. So 1800 total. And then finally, eventually, as you continue to, as the bear continues to take damage, he'll start, these like green mana stones will pop out of him. Like they'll literally, like you'll see it fly off of him and land on the ground. And if you get, I think it's 8 people to all gather around and collect that mana stone at the same time, and it's important they all have to be doing it at the same time. So if you're the first one there, you might be waiting a while. Then you'll get healed. And so if you have taken a lot of damage, your main goal is to heal yourself, because when your legion is down to 20% health, you're only doing 20% of your damage. So remember that. Make sure to take advantage and get these mana stones, especially if you need them. But also if you see like 6 or 7 people there and they want and need healing, and there's no 8th alliance member to join them, then be a bro, help your people out and go gather that mana stone. So it looks like people are starting to assemble for this bear, so I better conclude the video. But let's look at the last thing. It says after 6 minutes, the bear is going to become enraged and just kill everybody. So there's basically a timer. The bear has to be dead within 6 minutes, or he runs to each person individually and just kills you in one shot. So that being said, I'm going to prepare for this final bear battle. You can see my Lilia took almost no damage in the last one, so there's no reason to send her home. In fact, I might as well send her into the bear's lair right now. Alright, well, I hope that you learned something from this. And I'm going to post this video separately anyway. But I'm also including it in the walkthrough just because it is a big... Behemoth battles are a key part of this game. In fact, you probably spend more time preparing and fighting behemoths than you do fighting other alliances and other armies. Usually you only have those big PvP battles when a pass opens, and since there's only 3 levels of pass level 1, 2, and 3, then you usually only have 3 such wars, so to speak, and sometimes even less. Like on my main server, 71, we kind of killed everybody once pass 1's opened, and we didn't let any of the competition really regroup in preparation for a pass 2 battle. And so it wasn't until pass 3 opened up that we were able to have like a full-on war with anyone else. And at that point, it wasn't even a fair fight. It wasn't even that fun because most of all the other alliances that had been defeated by us, their top players joined us. And so the second strongest alliance wasn't much competition. So even with them joining forces with like 2 other alliances, it wasn't that much competition. But I need to get back to the walkthrough. So I hope that you enjoyed this video.